Bob Timberlake is one of today's best-known painters. He paints in the painstaking style of the realist. Bob was born to Casper and Ella Timberlake and grew up along with his older brother Tim around Lexington, North Carolina. His childhood was quite normal in most respects. It was very soon apparent, though, that Bob was most creative.
When I was a little boy, from as long as I can remember, I had this wonderful, wild imagination. My imagination would carry me anywhere. It would transform me into a cowboy or an Indian or a knight in shining armor and that kind of thing. But it transformed me into other places, and I did that. My imagination carried me there, but I did it with a pencil and a paintbrush too when I was little.
His imagination was stimulated by the fact that he was the baby of the family. His older brother Tim was allowed to do stuff and go places that he couldn't. He was too young.
So I began to fantasize and imagine me being on these trips and imagine me being on this hunting trip or camping trip that he was going on with his friends. And so I would draw the tent and the fire and all the trappings that you might take with you, your socks. I even would draw the socks and the fireplace and the hatchet and the wood in the fireplace stored up beside the fire and all. But I would actually fantasize and draw my own trip.
In time, his efforts progressed from pictures in magazines to matadors to things around him.
What I was doing in the process, and that I didn't realize I was doing even, was teaching myself how to paint.
Today, Bob's paintings seem to capture all of that warmth and love for history and nature that he experienced when he was growing up.
I'm just a little boy in a grown man's body. And thank goodness that's true, because I still fantasize and I still imagine. And your imagination is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
It sure is. Bob's taken that imagination and created much more than just art. He's captured the warmth of hearth and home and transformed it into a lifestyle. Welcome to the world of Bob Timberlake. Bob's interest in home furnishings was a natural occurrence. He grew up in the heart of furniture-making country, and he spent many hours hanging out in the workshop of local furniture legend Fred Craver. The Bob Timberlake furniture line is one of the most successful in history. The reason for that may be that Bob not only created furniture, but accessories too. Linens, bedding, rugs, everything to make a house a home. If that wasn't enough, he teamed up with architect Stephen Fuller to design homes that could best showcase his efforts. The world of Bob Timberlake continues to expand. In 1997, the much-awaited Bob Timberlake Gallery opened to the public.
It's a gallery, museum, showroom, display, welcome center to the Piedmont.
Here, the whole world of Bob Timberlake can be seen. It includes not just his art, but textiles and a vast array of accessories and accent pieces, and of course the furniture inspired by his old friend, master craftsman Fred Craver, whose workshop has been replicated here.
He was just a wonderful friend, and I admired him so much. And this is the culmination of dreams and dreams and dreams, you know, and a whole lot of work by a lot of people.
Bob sure seems to have the Midas touch. That wild imagination of his has proven to be wildly successful.
Whoa, this is a fish.
As successful as Bob is, he's never forgotten the things that are most important to him. his family, his friends, and his love for the outdoors.
Isn't this beautiful? I mean, how could you not be happy out here on this stream? That's what it's about.
We caught and released quite a few. Some even released themselves.
Look at him.
It was just one of those perfect days when even losing a fish that size was a pleasure.
There's a great quote that the Lord's happiest when his children are at play, so that's kind of what this is all about. It's getting deep. Real deep.
This is Bob Timberlake's favorite kind of weather.
It really is true. I love the snow. I can't wait to get out in it and freeze my rear end off. But it's worth it, and I love it, and I hope that I can always be that way.
In and around his studio are scenes that some of you may recognize. Everywhere you look, pretty pictures, painted and yet to be painted.
Look at the shadows. Look over here. Well, look at the fence. That's what that's what I really look for. Yeah. Roy, come here. I just want to show you something, sir.
All right.
Look at the shadow here.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of thing I like.
Yeah.
Just another one to do.
Yeah.
But what I do is go around and look and see how it falls on the sides of trees. But what you do here, your mind and your camera, but your mind is going around and just taking pictures, just like a video camera. This was just great. This is something I'd like to do right here.
Snow not only enhances the visual, but accentuates the audible as well.
Goose music. Wonderful goose music. Oh, look at this. How can you stay indoors when you got all this?
Really.
We can remember the sounds, but he can immortalize the sights. Looks like the setup for another Timberlake masterpiece.
Yeah, this summer by July, it'll be nice to be painting this, won't it?
That's right.
All of these things together make up Bob Timberlake.
I am nothing but a piece of fabric, a piece of worn fabric now, by the way, woven from a lot of threads from the people, places, and things that somehow I passed their way.
And everything he is goes into everything with the name Bob Timberlake on it.
Well, I grew up in a world that if you loved something as much as I loved what I was doing, you couldn't keep your mouth shut. My dad taught my brother and I, it's very simple, about the best salesmen in the world are the people that are in love with what they're selling. And I am so in love with what I'm selling that I can't keep my mouth shut. I mean, if the world would listen, I'll tell the whole world. And I would try to do that because I would share it with as many people as I could possibly share it with.
Well, they are listening and looking and touching and thoroughly enjoying all of those things that are found in the world of Bob Timberlake.